Welcome, everyone, back to Friday Morning Arcade. We are your hosts, Nick Ryan.
Canton Roberts.
And today, we are joined by another special guest. Brady is now in recovering for his tuberculosis surgery.
Totally a thing. Can totally be recovered from TB.
Yes, very much so. Man, the medical field has evolved a lot.
It has.
Since
ever since we found magic.
Yeah. We are here today, joined by our friend Dagoth. Say hello, Dagoth. So just like last week, a little shy. You know, he's new. He's a new dude. He's a new dude with an attitude. Anyways, so welcome everyone. Today we will be covering Fallout New Vegas.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
Jinx.
So, yeah. I guess I owe you a soda.
Okay.
So what do you want to start off with?
I mean, with the greatest game of all time, Fallout New Vegas, I mean, what can you start with? I mean, the graphics are meh. The characters are great. The story is great. So anything but the graphics, really. Which I know is your forte, but you have to,
Okay.
we're opponents right now, so we kind of have to
I
be a little cheap with it.
Within the past 72 hours, created a very small case against Canton over here about Fallout New Vegas and why, per se, it's not a bad game by any means.
What I do want to say is that he's for speech and debate. I am not. So really, this is an unfair advantage to me. This is cheating. This is scandalous. Other words for cheating and scandalous.
So this is what I'm going to do. During the edit, I'm going to put a soy Wojak on your face.
Don't put a soy Wojak on.
Yep, that's it.
I mean, if anything, you're the soy Wojak.
Oh, no.
I'm the Chad Wojak.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No. Editor, me. Soy Wojak. Chad Wojak.
Forces that be, stop them.
Anyways, so graphics.
Oh,
there
brother.
There is a lot to talk about.
I do want to say it's a Bethesda game, which are famous for having bad graphics. They're like a decade behind, so.
But that does not mean that it is okay. Okay, so first, as most people know, Fallout New Vegas is most known for its compatibility with the PC. A lot of famous and a lot of active Fallout New Vegas players usually are coming from PC due to at least one big thing, and those are mods. There are certain aspects of these communities that usually go for like your funny moments mods. And they're sometimes used for runs and other content for YouTube. However, according to Steam's library, nearly 4,000 to 8,000 players use some sort of visual mods for Fallout New Vegas. These usually range from the visuals themselves, the FPS, to scenery overhauls and retextures. The most common one that is on the graph is one called the Mojave Scenery Overhaul, which basically updates all environments, overhauls any type of armor and character models.
Okay. Same with the rebuttal?
If you want to.
Okay. It's a Bethesda game, which means every Bethesda game, no one has ever played a Bethesda game without mods.
That's wrong. And
what?
It's not wrong because you're right. However, I think that it is somewhat an unfair advantage because, especially with people like me, the lowly console players,
filth.
Yeah, right. Sony for the win, baby. At least we got the better exclusives.
That's true. It's
Um,
Spider-Man.
Yeah, and God of War, Infamous. I mean, shall we keep going?
With the exclusives?
Yeah.
I can't remember anything. I mean, what they have? Yeah, God of War. They have Oh, they have the Astrobot. That's cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sly
Cooper.
Sly Cooper.
Spyro.
Yep. Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot.
But yeah. Anyways,
Back on track.
the biggest thing with this isn't per se the fact that these mods exist, because obviously, I think that's great that PC players are able to.
Be better than you in every way. Optimization, graphics,
yeah.
Just every.
But to be able to use, the hardware that they spent their hard-earned money on,
Or their brother's hard-earned money on.
yeah, to be able to maximize their experience playing video games, that's perfectly fine. My biggest problem with this is that going on, this game was originally released on also the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. On the PlayStation 3 specifically, which is the one that I played on, it looks absolutely horrendous.
Oh, well, that's because you play on the PS3, which is known to have trashy graphics, honestly.
This is the thing, though. It's not the fact that it has trashy graphics for that time, but it's the fact that it has trashy graphics from, like, a PlayStation 1 standard.
Okay.
Okay, like,
Have you ever played a PS1 game?
I have.
Then you know that Fallout New Vegas does not look like a PS1 game.
It's close.
It does not.
It is very close. It is very close, my guy. I mean, I would even say that the SNES.
What?
The SNES has better visuals. And I think a lot of it comes down from the art style. The art style in this game is absolutely horrendous. I mean, the facial models look like something from, oh man, what's that found footage horror like series?
Phasmophobia or
No,
PT?
the something catalog.
Oh, I don't know, dawg.
Um,
I don't play horror games. I'm smart. I also play on PC, so
Wow.
that just helps more.
okay, but like just the lack of any type of facial design is again horrendous. The a lot of the characters like skin tones look like caked, like someone just took like foundation and just like wiped it all over themselves. Like basically they look like a tanned version of Kratos. Like,
You see that like a tan version of Kratos isn't like a good thing. I wish I was a tan version of Kratos.
it, not like his build, but I mean his skin color, dude. Like, it is absolutely horrible. Like, there are so many extremes. Like, none of the shadows, like, actually flow into one another. Like, they couldn't even, like, at least implement some sort of like cell shading, maybe.
Rebuttal. It's funny. And sometimes
that
in
doesn't
games-
mean that it's okay.
I beg to differ. I think if something is funny other than good, I think there's like a spectrum, and I think that I'm doing the 6-7 thing. I think that Fallout New Vegas falls on the funny side of the spectrum, which makes it good.
I think that what you're truly meaning to say that it's so bad that it's good. And that's the thing, is that the visual side, and I think that the game as a whole, that I'll be getting to later, is bad.
Oh
But,
no!
okay. Anyways,
Also, a rebuttal to your earlier remark about the mods. I have played Skyrim, Oblivion, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, and Fallout 4, and I have had to use visual mods on all of those.
the thing is, though, is that
all
in
are
comparison to, because I have also played Skyrim and Fallout 4. I've even played Fallout 1, 2, 3, Tactics, and Brotherhood of Steel.
Ugh.
Brotherhood of Steel and Tactics look just as good.
That is insane. That is
if you look at the textures used in those games, they're flat, but not as flat as what Fallout New Vegas is.
You're flat.
Anyways, so going on to my point about outdated textures, the game was built around the 2008 Gamebryo engine that Bethesda had implemented, of which during that time, I think that Unreal Engine 3 was
Yeah,
around.
I think that's right.
If you compare a game that was made, even a lower quality game that was made in Unreal Engine 3 to something in the Gamebryo engine, it is absolutely horrendous. And the fact that you can go onto any game journalist website or any type of review, and they will tell you that the visuals look 10 years older than what the game actually is. Of which obviously has a far less advanced capability in comparison to its peers like the Unreal Engine 3.
I have taken so many screenshots of Fallout New Vegas and set it as my background that it's actually insane. I had to delete a few pictures because how much I had of Fallout New Vegas. So when you say that that game looks bad, you're just wrong.
I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong.
Yes.
And you did not use any type of visual mods?
No.
As you can see here, Canton is not in the photography class because he does not understand what a inherently good photo actually looks like. Yeah. Anyways,
look at me. I can do this. Click. Hey, look at that bird. Click. You bird watch?
there's nothing. There's nothing in the world. There's nothing. You get a few. What is it called? Wild West. The like random chance events or whatever that you get throughout the game.
Wild Wasteland?
Yeah, the Wild Wasteland. But other than that, the open world is dead.
How is it? It's not, though. It's not, though.
Dude, the amount of times to where and this is something that I'm going to get to later whenever it comes to the gameplay, the amount of times that I've been walking and there's been nothing at all. There's been no scaling enemies to the next area. Absolutely zilch, nada.
That is so wrong. Okay, so
And
first,
the fact that the fact that you have to, because of how bad the enemy scaling is, you could be walking on this quiet, desolate, ugly road, and then immediately get absolutely curb stomped by a death claw. Means that every 10 feet that you don't know what enemy spawn is next, you have to save scum. Which brings me to my next point after he gets out his absolutely...
there is multiple things you can see. Okay, so first you have the Lucky 38, the tower with the light. You have
so
the
that's
Mojave
one
Outpost.
side.
You have Mojave Outpost.
Which is ugly.
It's not ugly. It's two men shaking their hands like it's Godzilla versus King Kong over here, buddy. They do that.
Which the textures are absolutely horrible.
I am sorry the textures on the Godzilla reference isn't up to your standards.
Because it's ugly.
It's not
It
ugly.
is ugly.
It's cool to see for the first time.
Okay.
See these two statues erected in the dirt, shaking hands. That's cool.
Okay. What are the statues made out of?
Stone.
Okay. That does not look like stone. That looks like dirt.
It's sediment. It's sediment stone. It's a sediment rock.
Okay. Okay.
Volcano rock. That's what it's made out of.
Volcano rock.
Volcano stone. Stone Kano. Stone Kano.
So, which brings me to my next point, which is load times.
Bethesda game.
Does not mean anything.
Yes, it does.
So depending on, again, according to Steam and other gaming outlets, if you were to be running Fallout New Vegas on a PC with one of the mods that are used to hasten load
To
times.
quicken up
yeah.
load times? Okay.
It only takes about a few seconds. A PC without any type of mods takes 10 to 30 seconds.
That is cap.
Really?
I play on PC. I don't play with any shortened load time mods. I enter door opens, it takes a load for like half a second. There's never been a time like I'm on my phone waiting for the game to load, say like a 2K game. It's instant to me. So either they're playing on bad PCs or I just have a good one. Either way, that's cap.
Okay. Do you want to know how long it takes for a console to load?
How?
2 to 3 minutes, which I can attest to that. And there's times to where the game has crashed, and I've let the thing load for longer than 30 minutes.
Well, that's because you have trashy opinions, and you didn't
Okay.
buy a PC. You always buy a PC. You can wait for the PS exclusives to just get dropped on Steam.
Again, same thing as I said before. The build. So I'm gonna say this. Whenever I say that the overall game is bad, I don't necessarily mean like the game itself. I mean the build of the game. As you can see here, the game had a horrible foundation, and also the fact that it was developed in 18 months by Obsidian, which I'm not going to sit here and trash Obsidian because they did what they could. But what I'm saying though is that, and I'm going to get to this in a later point, that we as players just kind of accept that. Like, for instance, I'm sure I might have a counter to how many times Canton over here has said, "Oh, it's just a Bethesda game." That should not be the case. And the fact that PC players, who are well known for sitting and crying about every other release because, the game caps at 30 FPS.
I am not one of those players. I do not care about the FPS.
And that's the reason why you're my partner here and why I haven't kicked you off of the podcast. Okay. No. But yeah, it's again, different point. But I want to turn to Dagoth. Okay. How do you feel?
Launch Argonians into the sun.
Thank you. See, he's with me. He my dog.
Okay.
Dap me up.
I'm not animating that, by the way. There's no way. All right.
What do you mean animating it? We just did it.
Yeah.
Look at him killing the cannon. God.
Yeah. All right. Next thing is gameplay.
Ooh,
do you want to start off gameplay?
Oh, yes. This game offers so many ways to play. You got grenades, you got guns, you got machetes. You can do snipers. Like, there's so much you can do. If you take a look at... Oh, he leaving.
Keep on talking.
Okay, bet. So you can... There's multiple archetypes you can do, but when you look at a current Fallout game, like 476, you just have guns, maybe a blade. Which I thought really defeated the purpose of Fallout as a series. That you can build your story any way you want, you build your gameplay any way you want. And so taking away the grenades option as a viable damage source, instead of just having it as a side hand, really took away from the gameplay of Fallout 4 and 76. Because you can also upgrade explosives, that's what it's called in the skill tree, explosives. You can do it. There's certain perks for explosives. Are there any perks for explosives in 476? Exactly, no. Because it took away such a fundamental thing about Fallout New Vegas and just made it a side hand item instead of an actual but option that the player could have.
Yeah, so I think that the most inoffensive part of this game, and the part of the game that I like, again, you go in for the story and you stay for the combat, basically. I think that the combat is completely okay. I'm not going to sit here and trash it. However, I will say this, because you've been dogging on my favorite game, Fallout 4. I think that with Fallout New Vegas at times felt very bloated.
Watch me hit this clip, Nerevar.
within its perks, where you're like, especially since the allocation of how much, like how many points you're allowed to put into certain aspects or certain traits per level is very limited throughout the game, which means that you as a player are kind of in a tight spot to where you're like, oh, well, I really need to make sure that I get to this speech check or charisma check or whatever. But I also want to explore the way that I still want to be able to, get a build and get an effective build. The one thing that I have a problem with within Fallout New Vegas, and mostly all of the other Fallouts, is within Skyrim. Every build feels very unique, right? With Fallout New Vegas, a lot of your builds come down to two things: point, click, and shoot, right?
Okay.
Which is the reason why, if you go and you look up on YouTube, a lot of your unique builds are going to, revolve around some sort of melee. Which even then, the melee aspect in that game is not that open, especially in comparison to Skyrim. I think, though, that, again, going back to the fact that they had very little resources, and obviously you can see by my previous points that a lot of the game's foundation and the build of the overall game was not that great. So, for what it's worth, they were working with very little material. However, one of the things that I do want to rebut from you is the fact that there are a lot of traits and perks and all that stuff within Fallout New Vegas that I felt should not have been there. Like, for instance, the building stuff was just, who cares?
Building stuff.
Yeah. Wasn't there a building mechanic in that game?
That was 4.
Okay.
That was a settlement building.
Okay. Which I do want to touch on. The game, it kind of feels bloated at times, where it's like, yeah, you have the explosives class if you really want to take it, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's not really that effective, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And also it's like, I would rather have it as an offhand item than trying to build a build around it,
I spent 2 centuries searching for the platinum chip. It's my invention, my property, mine! Now be a good courier and deliver it! Hold on. Now hold on. Just a moment. Do you have the slightest idea of what you've done? Of what you've destroyed? Single-handedly you brought mankind's best hopes of forward progress crashing down. No punishment would be too severe. There will be no safe haven for you.
But again, though, gameplay-wise, I think that the gun mechanics can kind of be a little clunky at times, but I'll say that that's because of age, which even then, it isn't as bad as, what BioShock and BioShock 2 was. I do want to go on to the quest lines.
Actually, I want to keep on gameplay. I have
Okay.
some more to add. I will say that Fallout New Vegas has the best perks in any game ever I've played. You have Wild Wasteland. You have Nightcrawler. You have the claustrophobic one, which I really like. It's just there's so many choices you have. And I am a true believer that more choice for the player is better. And the fact that they, again, took away that choice to have an explosive build, I never did it. But the fact that they took away the choice from someone who did like explosives, I did not like. That is something I wasn't caught off guard with, but I was like, oh, come on, dude, with Fallout 4 and 76. And it's just like, come on, like.
Yeah, I get that, but it's also it comes down to the fact of it, like, why sit here and have this fatty organ when you can just cut bits and pieces off while also keeping some sort of openness to it, which Fallout 4. I've never played Fallout 76, but
Lucky.
Fallout 4 had. And so, yes, I do understand that, but it's also like, who cares,
I care. I very much care. Okay. Explosive players, I am looking out for you.
Even though we don't need you and was replaced by something more important.
Yeah. Keep burping, I dare you.
Yeah. So I want to move on to the quest lines.
Okay.
Yes.
Or what?
Yeah, but I don't think there were many cases like that recently anyways.
I would argue that.
Well,
you just don't hear about them.
Oh, okay. Maybe some viewers don't know what we're talking about here, so let's provide some context first. A few months ago, this Imperial girl wanted to try her luck with magic. She asked her father to use his connections and get her a place at the Arcane University, which is in the Imperial City, but she was sent to the College of Winterhold instead.
Big mistake.
On the second week of her first semester, or whatever they call it.
How do you feel about the story / quest lines?
It is the best quest line in any Bethesda game, including any Fallout game, any Elder Scrolls game. I think it honestly is a better story than I say Dishonored.
Okay. So, again, liked the story.
Okay.
I felt that the story was really great. However, I feel like the quest lines in this game, like the side quests, the majority of them, especially after... What's the, like, Gollum Manor? To where it's like the dude that's trying to retransform the big shoulder guys.
Oh, Mr. House?
Yes.
Lucky 38? What, baby man? Shoulder
No. It's... What's the big, like, zombie creatures in that game?
The ghouls?
Yeah. Is it the ghouls? I thought the ghouls were, like...
They're called ghouls.
Okay.
See, he didn't even do research. He doesn't know what a ghoul is. Look at...
It's been 2 years since I played this game.
You. Clown him.
Haven't thought to complete your Imperial City pizza by putting some canned ash yams on top. It's a cornbread biscuit which you've melted cheese on, and then in defiance of myself and Myrrh and all things unmourned, you poured uncooked marinara sauce atop.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Actually, we did forget to ask him.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dagoth. I'm sorry. What do you think about the gameplay?
Watch me hit this clip, Nerevar.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
50-50.
Again. W take. Okay. But yeah. Yeah. I forgot. It's like they look like Hulk.
Behemoths. Super mutants.
Yes, super
mutants.
Okay. And it's like the side quest where the dude has like a full community of super mutants.
Oh,
And
Jacobstown.
yes. After like you progress that point, the side quests kind of get more into like busy work than what they do actual like story lines. And I think that for the most part, like one thing that I like about Fallout 4 than what I do with Fallout New Vegas is the way that, like, there are side quests, and a lot of them are effective in Fallout 4, but a lot of the things that you're going to be doing outside of your main quest is stuff like settlements, and which, for me, was kind of my favorite part of the game.
You just said they did not like the building part of Fallout. And the gameplay, like,
No, not... They're like the crafting in
Fallout
Fallout New Vegas. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like why do you need that as a class and
Because it's
have to?
cool.
It doesn't matter.
You could do it in Fallout 4 too.
Could have easily replaced it with like another type of weapon type, but they didn't.
You can do that in Fallout 4 too. Which Fallout 4, I will say this, Fallout 4 did improve on the repairing
Yes.
of New Vegas. I'll say
Yes.
that.
Again, see, I'm getting to him. I'm speaking
not,
my
but
gospel,
okay.
and I'm getting to him.
We agree with one thing. I'm getting to him.
But yeah, like story wise, I felt that a lot of Fallout New Vegas was kind of more like, hey, do you remember that one character in Fallout 2 and Fallout 1? Yeah, he's this character now. See, look. Ooh, he's so cool. Aside from Joshua Graham, which I think that everyone likes Joshua Graham. But, like, a lot of the other stuff, it just kind of felt like kind of a soulish cash grab, if you will. Like, it was kind of like, oh, well, we probably don't have the time to create a fresh new story, so we're just kind of throwing this at the wall and seeing what sticks. And, like, even with the Courier, like, I love the Courier, but him as a character and what we know isn't as well developed as what Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 was, which I get that the whole role-playing aspect, but I like the fact that there's some sort of foundation that you can build of like how your character is supposed to act and feel, and there's something to build off of that. With Fallout New Vegas, there really isn't that with a Courier. And so going back to my notes here, I had looked up a bunch of polls to see what other people felt about the story and its side quests. And a lot of people boiled down a lot of Fallout New Vegas's story as just overly simplistic morality issues. Most quests are boiled down to what's the easiest way out. And the linearity is mostly straightforward in comparison to what Fallout 4 and 3 was. Even though that in terms of like other games, like there is a lot of exploration, but it's not as much exploration as what Fallout 3 and 4 was. But yeah, do you have anything on the story?
Well, I will say, okay, first of all, with their first point where it's like, oh, someone from Fallout 3 and they're returning. They do the same thing in Fallout 4.
I do feel, though, that with Fallout 4, it feels more explained than it just some person being thrown into it.
Like MacCready. Because he was just kind of thrown in it. He was just, oh, yeah, we need another companion. There you go. There's MacCready from Fallout 3.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. That was like his whole thing. No one... Does anyone actually like MacCready from Fallout 4?
I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. I also want to give... I also want to say, I love the choices you have. You have 4 main choices, right? You have Caesar's Legion, you have Mr. House, Yes Man, NCR. Now, if you're like me, you don't like the NCR or Caesar's Legion. So really, you only have 2 options, but there are 2 others if you want to be a weirdo. Because the NCR is like super heavy on taxes. No one should like taxes. Those are bad. Don't like taxes. Anyways, and Caesar's Legion is just already bad. But then you also have the subgroups. You have the boomers. You have the BOS. You have the cons.
The best one?
The cons?
No. BOS.
BOS? Really?
Best spinoff game, too.
Okay, now. All right. Look at this cat. Like you actually have to take effort into like, oh, I want the BOS, but then the BOS hates the NCR, so then you have to like, oh, well, never mind, I'm just going to kill them. Or if you want to just do Mr. House and be like, oh yeah, I'll go kill the, what do you call it, the Great Cons. And if you take over with Yes Man or Mr. House, you have to earn affinity with the casinos around town, the Ultra Deluxe, Gamora, the Tops. And there's one I'm forgetting.
The White Glove Society?
That's Ultra Deluxe.
Oh.
Because there's like the cannibals.
Yeah.
Those were my favorite. My boy Mortimer.
Yeah.
What's up?
But again, a lot of that kind of boils down to like good or bad. And to me, it's like, that's just way too simplistic. Like, what if I wanted to take a neutral route? Where would that go?
Well, nothing would happen because
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Is that there's like so many like, you have like one of each extreme, and it's like, well, why should I really finish the game, or why should I care about, this conflict?
because the characters make you care about it.
No,
Again,
okay.
I don't care a lot about cannibals, but my boy Mortimer, now he made me care about cannibals for a little bit. Won't lie.
Okay. Dagoth, what do you think? Okay.
Okay, I also want to say actually thank you, Dagoth, that like it gives you choices that weren't available in like Fallout 3, because in Fallout 3 you had BOS and that was it.
Right, but I mean, let's be
I
honest.
could have joined the Enclave.
That's the root. I love the Enclave.
Of course you do. See, lock them up.
The Tesla power armors are so cool.
Of course you like
They're
Tesla.
so cool.
Of course you like Tesla.
Not. Okay.
I'm telling Brady about this. And, ooh, you're gonna get whooped.
Sorry, guys. Looks like Canton is gonna have to bring on 2 more guests.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
gonna be me and Dagoth for
Yeah.
the rest of the year.
Yeah. So just to kind of wrap up, because we are running short on time, the reason why I bring up this case isn't to say that I hate the game, because I don't. There's a lot of redeeming qualities about the game. What I will say, though, is I think that I'm not going to say it because I feel like people are going to come back and bite me.
Okay.
But I'm going to ask you this, and I'm going to ask the audience this. If more people were to have been more critical on Fallout New Vegas, do you think that we would have had a better quality version of Fallout 4, 76, and Starfield?
I don't think so, because I just can't see that company. I can't see Bethesda. I can't see doing like them actually trying.
See, that's my problem.
And so,
Is that you have a lot of studios, for instance, Ubisoft, who they can't even release a game without the game already being reviewed, right? Assassin's Creed Shadows was that way, where people immediately, as soon as they seen any type of gameplay from that game, it was, oh, well, it's this, and it's this, and all of this negative feedback. But yet, you look at Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout New Vegas as a build, and you get to the microscopic level of it, is a poor game.
okay.
And that's where, because I could tell you this right here, right now, that I'm sure that there was probably a board meeting with Todd Howard and Bethesda and all those peeps, sketching out Fallout 76 or Starfield. And them going, well, people really liked our poor quality of game then. Why should we have to try now? Okay. And that's my thing, is that the industry and us as audiences kind of accept it as, and again, it's like a money grab, right? For instance, I'm sure that you could probably think of a bunch of franchises that, haven't been really that popular, but then they return for one more movie, and that movie is just filled with a bunch of references and stuff, and it's just like, give us money, please. That's how, Bethesda was. Because us as players, we kind of accepted Fallout New Vegas as this game, right? And we accepted it as what it is, and we ate it all up, and we loved it. And there's so many game journalists who will sit there and tell you, oh yeah, this game is so good, it's a 10 out of 10, like this dude. My favorite game of all time. But yet, there's nothing challenging that. And because of that, still to this day, Bethesda is releasing poor quality of games. Starfield, for instance.
Okay, I'll say, what's funny about the ratings is that if Bethesda gave Obsidian a challenge, right? The makers of the developers. If your game doesn't hit 85 on Metacritic, then you do not get the pay bonus that we promised you. They got an 84.
Right.
So that's a B. That's not even an A. So I think it's very funny that they're bringing up like, oh no, it's being harsh on them when they put like again 18 months
Yeah.
in this game and they only get 84, and you have to. I know it's like at the time, it wasn't as great as it is now, like hindsight and the DLCs and everything. But you still have to take in 18 months. Not a good schedule for a game, especially back then.
So yeah, not by any means am I blaming Obsidian for it. I'm blaming Todd Howard,
Which I think we can all do.
yeah, but like, and I even made notes for this as well about how after the release, Obsidian, came out and they're like, we know how bad the game was. We're going to add on patches. Within the 7-year period from its release and from the time that they started developing DLCs, how many patches do you think were made?
126.
7.
Because it's that good.
Not because supposedly a lot of these patches were for the load times, were for retexturing, which means that whenever I play my PlayStation, the authentic way to play Fallout New Vegas, even though I hate saying that because Fallout New Vegas
So wrong.
Fallout New Vegas slaps on PC. I'll be honest.
It does.
But I'm just saying though is that to kind of end it, PC players tend to kind of throw bad ratings at games. Like for instance, the first one I think of is Star Wars
Battlefront,
Jedi Fallen. It's not Order. It's the other one.
Jedi Fallen. I don't know. I don't play Star Wars games. I'm not a nerd.
But the sequel to a Jedi Fallen Order, I played it upon release, and there were a couple problems with the release and stuff, and it is what it is. But the game got absolutely slammed on the PC, and I'm like, why? And it's because the FPS wasn't correct, and it's like,
well,
anyways,
don't listen to those people.
yeah.
Don't.
We're running on time here, but anyways, people, hopefully you guys can create your own opinions. We would love to hear them. My name's Nick Ryan.
My name's Canton Roberts.
And this is Dagoth signing out. See ya.